Hello, fiends and fire starters. My name is TBSkine, and welcome back to Diablo. It's been a hot minute since the last time I recorded this series, and you might be able to tell that there's a little bit of a difference in the sound coming from my microphone, because I've got a slightly different setup right now, and I'm just kind of hoping that I've configured everything so that the audio is audible and it's not interfering with anything, because I had some mouth noise problems. Anyway, you don't want to hear about that. Let's get back to the slaughtering of the creatures in the dungeons. And, well, right up front, we've got ourselves a lovely little bit of a... Yeah. Stop that. We've got ourselves a quest area. That big, these rooms over here. This bit. That is a quest area called the Halls of the Blind, and we've discovered it before we actually have the quest to go and find it, which can be an advantage, actually, because once you activate the book that gives you the quest to go and find this thing and kill the monsters that live there, some holes will open up in the walls, and the monsters that are in there can come out here. And you would, like, as a player, you prefer that not to happen, like, too much all at once, so it's a good thing to be able to walk around and clear things out before we actually have to go and deal with the beasties themselves. Oh god, more fire clans. Please die. No. Okay. Hey, Lucky. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, that's kind of a lot of night clans, actually. Wait, they have a charge attack? Oh. Oh, that might mean that there is a unique nearby. So, the minions mechanic. What? Oh, come on! How did you get behind me? Oh, door. The minions mechanic that exists in Diablo 2, where, like, the monsters that accompany a unique monster will be labeled minions, and they'll have, like, slightly increased stats in various ways, or share some of the abilities of bonuses of the unique monster. There he is. That exists in Diablo 1 as well, to some extent. I don't want to fight you all at once. It's not really labeled the same way that it is, but to the best of my knowledge, like, minion monsters that follow, as you can see, unique monsters around, they will share if the unique monster has a special ability, like a charge attack, for example. They will get to share in it, and they'll also get to share in some unique pathing issues, apparently. And they'll have increased stats in other ways and could be problematic bastards to deal with. Blightthorn Steel Mace. That's very, like, the name of your first D&D character-esque. Hey, level up. Sweet. I think we'll take some more vitality. It's a little low on me right now because I've got so much strength and dexterity going on. Alright, single file, one at a time. You will be served individually. Get smacked. There we go. Something you may notice about this episode, by the way, is that it's going to be a little bit better edited than it usually is, because I have an editor. Say hi, editor. Because, well, if I'm going to be recording a bunch of... one of the things that slows down making episodes for this channel is that some of the series I do on here, I do want to edit. And I do want them to be, you know, a little nice. I want them to be a little manicured. And that takes time away from my main channel, which is absorbing a lot of my energy right now, especially my Bloodborne series, which takes a crap ton of editing work. Wow! He's trying to run away and heal, but he can't because they're all blocking him. So I've decided to hire an editor to help me with this second channel. And it's kind of lovely that, like, because this channel doesn't make a lot of money. Like, it's 8,000 subscribers. That doesn't exactly translate into moolah. But it is beginning to, like, make ad revenue. Like, it's beginning to make some money, which, like, goes towards paying for stuff like this, which I'm really pleased with. So if you've been, oh god, oh no, oh dear. Okay, just crowd control. Quickly. Uh-oh. Okay. Whew. The unseen are not a problem, but those night clans can hit me kind of hard. So if you come around for like the Hades playthroughs, or indeed for any of the other stuff that I do on here, thank you very much, because it's oh lord, is this Fire Clans? Yeah. Because it's helped me be able to do something I've... Oh, that's new. Yeah, okay. That's a problem. That's actually bad. Okay. If you dumbasses would just please follow me over here.
A few moments later.
Oh no! Oh god, okay, this might prompt a restart, actually. Or at least I'm gonna have to... You need to die first. Okay. So, projectile enemies are some of the most difficult enemies in the game to deal with because there seems to be a rule in place in the game that if you are hit by their projectile physically, like if the projectile connects with the hitbox of your character, especially when it's magical projectiles like this, then like a lot of the time they will just hit you. There are certain enemies that spit acid, and if acid hits you, even if it doesn't like hit you in terms of like the projectile itself does damage, acid will splash pools underneath your feet, and standing in those pools will damage you, regardless of whether the goddamn acid itself actually hit you and damaged you. And sometimes you can run into mobs of ranged enemies like this, where especially a warrior who just doesn't have good ranged options will struggle to deal with a big mob of ranged enemies, especially enemies like the Fire Clans and like the Goatmen, who will just run away from you and keep firing. Oh, I did get a unique mace, though. That's something. That's oh boy, it's one of the more frustrating elements to the game, which is one of the things that later Diablo games have done a lot of work to address, is that in this game, you can run into a lot of trouble dealing with ranged enemies if you yourself don't have a ranged option. And at some point, probably, I really should pick up a bow and arrow, just so that I have some means to attack Fire Clans from a distance. I should have the dexterity to do it, so that shouldn't be a problem. Anyway, Cain.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Spank you. Let's see. Plus 200% damage versus demons. Minus 5 to dexterity. Minus 2 to magic. So, the unique weapons in this game, sometimes they're really, 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 really good, like the Holy Defender over here. And sometimes they're like, I mean, it does 1 to 8 damage, but it's double against demons. Whee! It's functionally useless. Plus 11 to strength instead? What would that... It would cost me like 30 health to do, but... Well, it's just in terms of numbers, it's worse, though. Damn, okay. Topaz longbow, that's not gonna do it. But bow of fire... Yeah. Let's just have it with us. So that I can, if I want to and need to, deal with ranged mobs. Because that situation we got into right there, yeah, that's gonna keep happening.
What ails you, my friend?
And back we go. Alright, here's hoping that I don't run into any more of those kinds of ranged mobs. Down you go. La-da-da-dee, la-da-da-da. I remember being scared by the... Oh god, Night Clans. I remember being scared by this music when I was a kid. That's the other awful thing about clan enemies. Well, maybe picking a fire weapon wasn't the smartest thing for these guys, but... they will, like... Because they run away from you, you'll often chase them deeper into the level, and that'll activate more mobs that make themselves an issue.
1 hour later.
Oh, get hit, would you? And you can see that I lose a lot of my armor class without my shield. which is a problem. Oh, jeez. Okay, I think I missed an amulet somewhere back there. Nothing in here, just corpses. Lovely. Wonderful ambiance. Because I feel like I heard a ding of an amulet somewhere, but I guess I missed it. And because there's no item highlighting in this version of the game, it may be lost to me forever. There was item highlighting added in the... Oh, there it is! I saw it. There you are. In the Hellfire expansion, which was a official, unofficial expansion produced by Sierra. Ah, there we go.
I can see what you see not. Vision milky, then eyes rot. When you turn, they will be gone, whispering their hidden song. Then you see what cannot be. Shadows move where light should be. Out of darkness, out of mind, cast down into the halls of the blind.
There's the Halls of the Blind quest. Lovely. Okay, let's go back and do the actual Halls of the Blind quest and open that door right there while we're at it, and then we'll move on to the next level. Okay, I need to not be shot at right now. Hello. Oh, a goat shrine. These are identical to the shrines you find in the previous level, in the sense that they have these random effects that you can't predict. But the difference is where the shrines in the cathedral area have names that will tell you what they do if you happen to know them. Goat shrines, they're just called goat shrines. They'll do whatever the hell they want, and you just have to risk it and see if you think it's worth it. Some are weakened as one grows strong, which again means it's taking something from a few of my stats and giving me a major boost to one of them. Lovely. 5 points extra of strength at the cost of a dexterity, a vitality, and a magic. And moving carefully. You. Yay, I clicked the monster. Skills. I keep forgetting to put the map away. Old habits die hard. And the thing about Diablo is that when you move on to Diablo 2 and Diablo 3, you can see why they made a lot of the changes that they made. You can see why they introduced stuff like item highlighting on the ground. You can see why they introduced running. You can see why they introduced, like, any number of things. Hello, Illusion Weavers. You bastards. You can see why they introduced a lot of it. You can see why, especially, they gave, like, warrior characters way more ranged options, like the Paladins and the Barbarian in Diablo 2. You can see why they made all these changes. But what it comes at the cost of is, like, when I play as a warrior in this game, I really do feel like I can take on anything one-on-one, single combat, duel it, no problem. It's like if with a half-decent build, you can basically take on anything. And I feel like I have some means to control what the monsters do, specifically just by, dragging them through doorways, making sure to fight them one-on-one. And that's sort of the skill expression that I have in this game. Like, that's how I express my mastery, as it were. Like, how well I have learned to play. And that kind of gets lost in Diablo 2, and especially in Diablo 3, where that sort of old school mechanical manipulation, that old school sort of rough manipulation of the mechanics, optic amulet, thank you, is just kind of obviated in favor of every character can do everything. Because when I play a rogue in this game, like, I know that I can stay at range and I can just shoot anything, literally anything I want. I can just shoot it, and I can be rid of it, and it's not that big a problem to fight at range. But the rogue doesn't do well in close quarter combat. Like, if the rogue gets surrounded or can't do what the Fire Clan in this game does, which is to, like, shoot at someone, move away from them, shoot at them, move away from them, like, do that hit and run thing with their bow, then in close combat, they don't do so hot. And the same thing goes for the sorcerer. Like, if the sorcerer can't, like, burst enemies down with their spells early on, if they have to get into close combat, then they get in trouble, because they're just not engineered to be good at it. Whereas in Diablo 2, it's like, I felt a lot of the time with, like, even if I played like a bow Amazon, I could just go up next to things and just shoot them point blank. No problem. Like, this is just a thing I can do. I don't really need to mess around too much with all that range stuff, and the same thing with the sorceress. I can just walk my sorceress up next to things and blow them up, because they're all wearing the same armor anyway. You know, and like...
Many demons traveled to the mortal realm in search of the three brothers. These demons were followed to the mortal plane by angels who hunted them throughout the vast cities of the east. The angels allied themselves with a secretive order of mortal magi named the Herodrim, who quickly became adept at hunting demons. They also made many dark enemies in the underworlds.
A little bit more backstory for you there.
Whoa!
Like, oh no. Oh god, poison spitters. God damn it. Okay, god, shit, fucking damn. Because these guys... Look at my health right now. Need to get rid of the ringleader first. Oh, fuck me sideways. They're not quite as bad when it comes to fleeing as, like, the clans. And they don't have infinite range, unlike archers, which is a small blessing, a small benefit. But if you get into a situation where you're surrounded by other monsters that limit your mobility so you can't move away from, like, the acid pools that these bastards leave absolutely everywhere, you die. Like, you just die. These things are terrors. Especially, as you can see right now, when I'm being corralled by those little fucking familiars. Okay, last health potion. I want to at least clear out some of them. Okay. Bye. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, good lord. Well, that sucked. So, the Optic Amulet, which is the reward we got for the Halls of the Blind thing, it's not great. It's decent if you don't have another amulet at the moment, because it gives you that 20% light radius and resistance to lightning, but it's substantially less good than something like my Amulet of Vim. So it will go, and so will the Bow of the Moon. It's not bad, but it's not going to help me do damage. And Gold Amulet. Ooh, chance to hit plus 26% is not actually bad. That would that would make it a lot more feasible. Okay, I'm going to experiment with that for a bit, because that would make it a lot more feasible to use my bow at all. Because one of the big problems I have is that, like, as you can tell, my warrior doesn't do well at hitting things with the damn bow. I do need to upgrade my armor soon, though. Like, I found that chainmail, and it was pretty good, but I wanted the lightning resistance because of the little flying lightning bastards. Goddamn poison spitters, acid spitters, whatever. Just some of the most awful enemies in the game. Because they leave, like, if they just had projectiles, it wouldn't be so bad. But because they leave that goddamn little acid pool on the ground that just damages you every moment you stand in it. And even their corpses, like, if you stand on their corpses after they're dead, that'll damage you too. You get in trouble with these guys. And it's, like, manageable down on this level, like down in the catacombs. In the next level, though, down, there's, like, they get a lot more opportunities to snipe at you, basically. Like, to shoot at you while you can't do gosh darn damn near anything whatsoever. Heck. About their attacks, and that sucks. Okay. Oh, come on! Okay, just please run into the door for me, would you? Good, thank you. They decided to be nice and try to run at me instead of standing out of my range and shooting at me. Let's just wait for that acid to stop being effective. And oh god, there's so many more of them! Oh lord. Oh, bloody hell. Jeez. Inferno. I'll just cast Infravision, though. Oh, can't. But I can learn that, so that's nice. I need better armor. Griswold, won't you please get some better armor soon? 'Cause I'm getting my ass kicked. And right now I'm getting value out of that lightning resistance. Okay. So as you can tell, perhaps, these guys don't act quite, like, they're not quite as keen to be at range, and they don't run away from me the same way that other mob did. And that's because the special mobs of these guys, they will often be focused around the ranged attack, and they will have that runaway AI that the normal dogs, like, they kind of don't in the same way. The normal dogs are much more eager to get in range and actually try and attack you physically, and you can more easily deal with them. Like, normally the dogs will only use their ranged attack if they are a certain range away from you. And there's not even anything in here. Okay. And, like, they won't spam it the same way. But the unique mobs, oh, just sons of bitches. A lot of them. Every single goddamn one. And a ring. That'll sell. That'll sell for nice money. And the stairs down to level 9. Guarded by... nothing. Sweet. Then we're hitting the town to sell that bow. Or identify it anyway. Maybe it's better than the one we got. And beg Griswold to update his armor selection.
Whoa, what can I do for you?
Come on, Griswold! Really? Quilted armors? Like, why do you think that's useful to anyone? Crimson Bow of Fire. Huh. That is technically better than the Bow of Fire we already had. Not by much, but technically by a little. See, the Snake's Ring of the Wolf wouldn't actually be bad. I think, in fact, that it's better than the Ring of Truth. I think I'm going to stop picking up magic books in the Labyrinth now because they don't sell for that much, and I have plenty of money, and I can't read any of them anyway. And back to the Labyrinth. Well, we have the stairs down now. 54 of them I've killed already. Jesus. That gold amulet has proven its worth to me by now, by the way. It's just nice to be able to hit everything in one hit. And usually also kill it. More dogs. Okay, cool. More dogs. Why not? Uh-oh. Oh, that's not good. At least my warrior is doing a good job blocking them. Whew, that could have gone badly. Huh, magic war staff. Hilariously, like, staves or staves rather, as I suppose, as melee weapons, go from like short staffs to long staffs to war staffs to, like, they do that, but there's really, like, besides, like, the very early level 1 bits with the sorcerer, you're not gonna use them for it. Like, you're not gonna be going around trying to do physical damage with them, which is why in the... Oh, hello, Char the Mad. In the official and unofficial expansion Hellfire, Shiera added a new class called the Monk. I'm just gonna clear out the area around you before we talk to you. I like him, he's fun. Who does specifically use the staffs and compensate for the lower damage output that most of the staffs have by having an area attack. So, like, if you hit right in front of you, 3 enemies in like the 3 slots in front of you will all take damage at the same time, which is very cool. Like, the Monk was in some ways kind of an overpowered class because he was also the class who had, like, his new skill was the ability to highlight items on the ground, which just made him so convenient. Like, just so convenient. Like, why would you play anything else if you could have that? Hello, Jar.
What? Why are you here? All these interruptions are enough to make one
and he'll give you a book of whatever. In this case, it's a book of Holy Bolt. I don't care. And he won't attack you. He's not going to mess with you at all, so long as you don't touch his bookcase.
Your curiosity will be the death of you.
At which point, he's definitely going to kill you. Unless, of course, you can get him into a stun lock before he starts blasting you with too many fireballs. Ow. Which I couldn't. Yeah, son of a bastard. Get over here. He's a preview of an enemy type we'll run into later, who will also do this stuff. By which I mean teleport around and throw fireballs. A lot of fireballs. And the thing is, I think there's an invulnerability thing where, like, once he's in his teleport animation, you can't damage him. But I think I have him cornered now. I think his AI isn't going to try and get out of the corner. There we go.
I'm sorry, did I break your concentration?
And then, like, your character's just really sarcastic about it. It's like, oh, did I break your concentration? Like, which is like, he's like one of the few enemies in the freaking labyrinth who's just not going to attack you, who's not going to be a dick to you, and you just, like, go and mess with his books and then murder him. I always, like, as a kid especially, I liked the voiceover that he has. All these interruptions are enough to make one insane. Like that little crazy laugh he's got. I always quite liked that. Although you can really, like, by modern standards, the voice acting in this game oftentimes is it's very late 90s. With the exception of the voice actors for Deckard Cain and the guy who does the voiceover for all the books, who's also, he was, in StarCraft, he was the voice of the Protoss, Altair, or something along this, what was his name? The Conclave dude, who you fight, eventually in the Protoss campaign. Artanis? No, not Artanis. Can't remember his name. But he's a guy who's done a hell of a lot of voice work, especially for Blizzard. He's the voice of the you must construct additional pylons, you know. Okay, Griswold, this time around you better have some goddamn armor. You jerk. Is that all of it? Can we move on to the next level? Yes. We'll go grab the stairs down to the next level, and then we will town portal. And get out of here. I do have a town portal, right? Yes, good. I have a spell. I have a town portal spell. I don't even need the scrolls.
It's hot down here.
It is hot down here. So you may recognize this tile set from the Poisoned Well quest. It's the same tile set that we've got down here, just with different colors, and now it's going to be the whole level. And that's going to be fun.
Hello, my friend. Griswold, a man of great action and great courage. I bet he never told you about the time he went into the labyrinth to save Wirt, did he? He knows his fair share of the dangers to be found there. But then again, so do you. He is a skilled craftsman, and if he claims to be able to help you in any way, you can count on his honesty and his skill.
And so I will. Oh, hello. Oh, hello, Axe of the Heavens, plus 15 to all attributes. If only you weren't bad for my armor class and not very good for my damage either, then, you and I, we would have some fun, but unfortunately, despite your massive stat bonus, I can't use you. Man, if I'd gotten, like, a Sword of the Heavens, or an Armor of the Heavens, oh, that would have ruled. But no armor. No armor for me. See, because now the gold is starting to take up the entire bottom row of my inventory, which means if I want extra potions and stuff, that's going to start taking up space in, like, the top 3 rows here. And I need those top 3 rows because, like, most items in the game are 3 units tall. So if I want to pick stuff up, having too much gold in the inventory begins to become a problem. So at some point, you just, like, most players will just start dumping their gold in town, because there's no stash. There's no way you can put it, so we'll just start dumping our gold in town, on the ground, where the villagers are just incredibly kind and polite and nice and honest. Oh no, okay. Lava lords. Might need to get myself a new sword, because fire doesn't do much against those guys. If I remember correctly. And they throw lava chunks at you from a distance, which is a bother and a half. Because much like many of the projectiles in the game, if it collides with your character model physically, it's likely to do some damage. But yeah, you can just see how much I need new armor. I was really hoping to get a particular quest that would have gotten me a really solid piece of armor. But alas, it was not to be. And this is the area, if you encounter poison dogs down here, as you can see, they'll have a clear shot at you. Like, if they were on the other side of that lava flow there, I can't, like, my character can't jump over this little 2-inch gap. So if there isn't, like, a little land bridge that you can go over in order to get to them, ranged enemies like the lava lords, or indeed, like, the poison dogs, are just... they can just be hell to deal with, because they can just stand on the other side of a lava flow you can't cross and shoot you to death. And there's bugger all you can do to get to them. The annoying thing about the lava, the cave, whatever, systems also is that they're really hard to explore, even with the map. Because where, like, previously the labyrinth is laid out as a discrete series of rooms connected to each other, right? Here, it's this big open area where the map just doesn't fill in. Oh, mushroom patch.
Use this yet.
Mushroom patch. Good, good, good. Okay, we need to go talk to Adria then. Most of the map doesn't really fill in, and you can't, like, so where have I been? What have I explored? What am I missing? That can be kind of hard to tell. You can only really tell by how much of the edges of the level you've explored. Ugh, immune to magic and fire. Great. So my the fire damage on my sword here is doing absolutely nothing for me. Oh, great. Past these guys. Okay. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't get surrounded. No, surroundy, roundy, please. Much prefer not to. Slain hero.
Peace, my friend.
That might be the thing I need. Wish I had found you sooner. Oh, I need better armor. 21 armor. Not as much as I'd like, but it'll do. It will do. I just hope it's enchanted with something decent and not cursed. Okay. Whew. It's getting a little hairy down here. I like the introduction of the electric guitar to the soundtrack at this point. Oh, a level up. How convenient and considerate. More damage, please. I like the addition of the electric guitar, like that distorted to this area, because it has that lava feel to it somehow. Like, it feels like, yeah, that's the kind of sound that you should have, like, when it's like this hot, dank cave system full of whatever the hell these things are. Oh, die. And that little scream there, like... It's like a... Ah, there it is. It's a really good use of, like, the texture of the electric guitar. And now... can go upstairs, not be harassed and killed. Thanks, you, please. Sweet. Hey, Wirt, I need to burn some money on nothing. Oh! Man, if I'd gotten like a sword of the heavens. Oh! Oh, you can't do this to me! You can't do this to me! Heavens. How do you... Oh, this is exactly the thing I want! I can't use it yet, because it needs more strength, but... Man, if I'd gotten like a sword of the heavens... that's a weapon I want. Damn it! Okay, fine. Oh, screw you, kid. Little jerk, how dare you have that thing and then I can't buy it. I need to fill half my inventory with gold to afford that thing. La, la, la. Keep trying to press escape to make the inventory go away, but that doesn't work. Oh, hello. Plate of the Stars. Not at all. Bad. And you can see my warrior has got himself a fancy new look now. Which you get when you upgrade to certain, thresholds of new armor types. The entire look of your character will just change. Which is admittedly pretty cool. But I have got the most badass warrior look. Like, there's basically 3 tiers of the warrior's look and aesthetic. And I don't remember if I've shown off the second tier in this playthrough. But it's basically, it's more of a sort of light, sort of medieval knight armor. Something that looks a little bit more reasonable and realistic than this, this Warhammer nonsense that I'm walking around in right now. So usually once you get a piece of armor that changes your look to this thing, you just go, yeah, yeah. And this is usually what a warrior will look like by the end of the game. Because all of the equipment that has the stats you need at this point will make you look that way. But that plus 10 to all attributes, that is gonna come a lot in handy. Thank God for a good item roll on that one, at least. Goddamn Wirt. Just sitting there having a plus 15 all attributes sword. Just sitting there. For 120,000 gold. Who do you think you are?
Over here. Arjun is a fool for staying here. I could get him out of town for a very reasonable price, but he insists on trying to make a go of it with that stupid tavern. I guess at the least he gives Julian a place to work, and his wife Garda does make a superb chance.
Curiously, though, I would have thought Adria or Pepin would have started the mushroom quest by now. Because it's clearly there. Those mushrooms I encountered, they are for a quest. There's supposed to be a thing you're able to do with them, but who is it that I'm supposed to be talking to get them?
What ails you, my friend?
Because Pepin won't do it. And Adria didn't.
Greetings, good master. Welcome
And
to the
Ogden
Tower of the
ain't.
Rising Sun.
Am I just misremembering what the trigger is? Oh well. The mushroom quest is not important or anything. It's one of the more lighthearted quests of the game, really. Where, one character will ask you to go get the mushrooms, and you'll get the mushrooms, and they'll ask you to take it to another character, and those are... I think actually it's Pepin who's supposed to start the quest, but... oh no, wait, there it is! There's the Fungal Tome.
That didn't do anything.
Yeah, I can't read it. There it is. It was just there. I just didn't see it. It's the tome, the book. Darn it, that's the thing.
What do we have here? Interesting. It looks like a book of reagents. Keep your eyes open for a black mushroom. It should be fairly large and easy to identify. If you find it, bring it to me, won't you?
There we go. The mushroom.
It's a big black mushroom that I need. Now run off and get it for me so that I can use it for a special concoction that I am working on.
There we go. And it has some of the funnier character dialogue in the game. when you ask them about this quest.
Well, what can I do for you? If Adria doesn't have one of these, you can bet that's a rare thing indeed. I can offer you no more help than that. But that sounds like a huge, gargantuan, swollen, bloated mushroom. Well, good hunting, I suppose. Hello, my friend.
Huge, gargantuan, swollen mushroom!
The witch Adria seeks a black mushroom? I know as much about black mushrooms as I do about red herrings. Perhaps Pepin the healer could tell you more. But this is something that cannot be found in any of my stories or books.
Greetings, good master. Welcome. Let me just say this. Both Garda and I would never, ever serve black mushrooms to our honored guests. If Adria wants some mushrooms in her stew, then that is her business. But I can't help you find any black mushrooms. Disgusting.
Apparently, that's rude.
Good day. I think Ogden might have some mushrooms in the storage cellar. Why don't you ask him?
Oh, believe me, I tried.
What ails you, my friend?
Poor word.
What, really? You don't have anything to say about that? Okay, fine.
Can't a fellow drink in peace? Ogden Mitz is a mean black mushroom, but I get sick if I drink that. Listen, here's the secret. Moderation is the key.
Not sure I want to hear that from you, Farnham.
Psst, over here. I don't have any mushrooms of any size or color for sale. How about something a bit more useful?
Oh, believe me, I want it. Oh, I want it, you little brat, but I can't afford it. All right. Let's go back to the mushroom patch. Which was somewhere down here, I think. It can be a very annoying quest, because those mushrooms, like, they can be hard to convince to show themselves. Like, they can be anywhere in the frickin' level. Like, I think there's some rules that speedrunners know about them, like if they're doing, like, an all-quests run or whatever.
Now that's one big mushroom. Now that's one big mushroom.
Boo. There we go. Grab that. And actually, let's just go down to level 10 and play through a little bit more, and then we'll town portal back. Oh, wait, actually, no, that's a terrible idea. I'm an idiot. I'm a fool. We're going back to town right now. Long trek though it may be, because there's a second part to the quest. La-ta-ta-tee. Griswold, do you have anything? Anything new, anything good, anything useful? At all? Literally anything? No? Just completely useless garbage that nobody wants? Fair enough. Adria, I have a mushroom for you.
Yes, this will be perfect for a brew that I am creating. By the way, the healer is looking for the brain of some demon or another so he can treat those who have been afflicted by their poisonous venom. I believe that he intends to make an elixir from it. If you help him find what he needs, please see if you can get a sample of the elixir for me.
Like I said, this is like the classic. This is the fetch quest of the game. Like the ridiculous thing of like, oh, go get me this thing, go get me that thing, go get the other thing, go do this, go do that. Where like at the end of it, well, you'll see.
What ails you, my friend?
The witch told me that you were searching for the brain of a demon to assist me in creating my elixir. It should be of great value to the many who were injured by those foul beasts. If I can just unlock the secrets I suspect that its alchemy holds. If you can remove the brain of a demon when you kill it, I would be grateful if you could bring it to me.
Let's go brain hunting then. Let's see, there should be like at least one more demon up here on this level, right? Yeah, hello. There's the brain that he wants.
I don't have a spell ready.
Oh, Mr. Healer Man, I have a brain for you.
Excellent. This is just what I had in mind. I was able to finish the elixir without this, but it can't hurt to have this to study. Would you please carry this to the witch? I believe that she is expecting it.
Well, turns out he didn't even need the damn thing that he sent me to get. Cool. Well, at least we have the elixir that the witch wanted. So that's good. I'm sure she'll reward us for our efforts.
What? Now you bring me that elixir from the healer? Oh, I was able to finish my brew without it. Why don't you just keep it?
And there we go. And so the reward for completing the quest is the Spectral Elixir, which you can drink, and you will gain a stat boost in every single one of your stats, which is quite a nice reward, but it is like a quest where it's just like the whole point is just jerking you around, doing stuff that's completely useless to gather things that the characters don't need for no purpose, really. And with the completion of the epic quest for the Black Mushroom, I do believe that this is probably a good place to cut this particular episode. So, if you've enjoyed hanging out in the world of Diablo with me, then I would encourage you to hit the like, comment, and or subscribe buttons down below, because they're the buttons that are going to let you know when new episodes of Diablo are going to be coming up on the channel, which will hopefully be soon and more frequently. We're about, I'd say, halfway through the game at this point, because Diablo the original is not a very long game, unless you run into a roadblock that's going to stop you and you kind of have to reload and reseed. It's a pretty quick little experience, but I'm excited to show you the things that come next. So, I have a Patreon, a merchandise store, and a tip jar. You can use them if you want to, and memberships are available on this channel. All of that helps me pay the editor that I've hired to help me work on this particular channel. So if you want to help me out with that, you can do that. But if you don't feel like it, or if due to the circumstances of all of the everything that's happening you're not able to, please don't worry about it. It's completely okay. Thanks for watching. Remember to wash your hands and wear a mask. And when the vaccine comes, for the love of God, please take it. And have some solidarity with those who are working hard to make the world a better place.